ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Amajal, and also look at your Saturday sports. Well, Team Bahamas getting things rolling in softball and tennis over at the CAC Games in Barranquilla, Colombia. Our Kelsey Johnson is there, and she filed this report.
Not the exact start Team Bahamas, the men's national softball team, was looking for. The squad struggled from the first pitch, giving up 4 runs in the first, 2 of which were homers. The team lost their opener to the Dominican Republic 7-0.
I know he's supposed to play way better than the Dominican Republic. You know, like I said, they pitch and throw a kind of good game. My guys didn't adjust as pitching, but then like the bad first inning we had, really took us out of the game.
Team Bahamas did not connect at all in the game and failed to bring home the 2 runners on the first and third bases in the bottom of the fourth. Head coach Perry Seymour switching pitchers in the top half of the fourth. Alcott Forbes was relieved by Thomas Davis.
He just didn't have the zip. You know, and he came in and he fight as long as he could, and it didn't make no sense keeping him no longer.
Here we go. Shot, boy.
As for our tennis players, brothers Spencer and Baker Newman opened up play with wins. Spencer closing with a 7-5, 3-6, and 10-7 win over Alberto Alvaredo of El Salvador.
The first set, I went down 2-0. I went up 3-2. Went down 5-3, 7-5. It was just going back and forth the whole time. So I figured out what was working on the games I was winning and just tried to implement that and use it in the third set tiebreaker.
Baker easily got by Jolene McKinley of Antigua and Barbuda 6-2 and 7-5.
I started off really well. I got a 5-1 start, which is great. You know, starting off a match like that, you can't ask for much more. I knew he was going to turn it up a little bit more in the second, which he did, and it was a little bit tighter. I was able to get the break at 5-all and then just consolidated, but it was, you know, he was serving well, and I was able to pull through. So it was good. I was happy with the performance out there.
Pushing it to the limit was Danielle Thompson. She dropped the ball against Brianna Stampley 7-6 and 6-3. Reporting from Barranquilla, Colombia, where the 23rd edition of the Central American and Caribbean Games are taking place, I'm Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
There is a new regime over in the NPWBA as the organization held elections last night. Devin Johnson becoming the new president of the organization. Anastasia Sands-Moultrie is the new first VP. Second VP is Donnie Culmer. The third vice president is Shadell Williams, and fourth is Brittany Harrison. The secretary is Latondra Brown, while the treasurer is Denise Carey, and the commissioner is Norman Humes. We caught up with the first VP, Annie Moultrie, who gave us her thoughts on her new post.
Because I'm with the league from the inception of being in high school, and so it means a whole lot. We're bringing a new, different atmosphere to it. We're bringing a lot more junior players to it. We're going to keep the league up and running because we want them to move on into the senior level national program, and I'm looking forward to working with the rest of the executive board.
As for what is now on the agenda?
Well, on my agenda first is basically going to be getting some more teams involved.
So what are your general thoughts on the future of ladies basketball?
Well, ladies basketball is well up and running. It is just up to us to get them out there and to change perspective of how people think about basketball for females.
The first VP on the men's side, Mario Boleg, does see some trouble on the horizon, however, with so many board members being active members of teams.
Yeah, I think it would be a problem. You know, you only have about 3 persons who are neutral persons, but you know, when you have players and coaches as the executive committee, you know, that could cause conflict when it comes to making decisions that is going to be harsh to your own team or someone else's team who also sits on the board. So, but all the best for them. They got 4 years, and hopefully they get the league on an upward spiral where it's continued to try and grow and build the league again by having more teams and not just 4 teams as they had this season.
And we're ending tonight's sportscast on a somber note as the country laid to rest 2 prominent figures in the Bahamian sporting community, the first being Samuel Anthony Gardner Jr., whose ceremony took place at Zion Baptist Church on East and Shirley Streets today. Gardner was widely known as one of the country's best golfers before becoming an executive in the Bahamas Golf Federation. Outside of golf, Gardner was also an avid basketball player, playing for the Kentucky Colonels in the Night League. Friends and family also paid respects at Voice of Deliverance Church in Malcolm Allotment today to Arthur Clark, who was widely regarded as one of the country's best boxers. Clark, who made his contribution to the sport in the 1970s and 80s when boxing was flourishing in the country, spent time training at the famous Fifth Street Gym in Miami, Florida, with boxing greats Muhammad Ali and Bahamian Elisha Obed. May their souls rest in peace.
And that's a look at sports on this Saturday. A quick check on weather is up next.